would take our files and put them on YouTube, then YouTube said, oh,
You
well, we
can't do
can't
that.
publish this because, you
There's
know,
music.
copyright laws,
Yep.
blah, blah, blah.
Yep,
blah.
yep, yep.
Okay,
And,
good
you
morning,
know,
everybody. It's Friday.
Good morning.
Again, already.
Already.
Like, what the heck happened there?
Right?
Like, really, I mean, I just took the garbage out on Wednesday, you know? Like, Wednesday's garbage day, and it seems like, are you kidding me? Like, it seems like I
Why
just
was
did
that
that.
a particular day in your mind?
I know, but it just like, seriously, it just seems like I just did that task, and then it's like, what?
Oh, time's speeding up. That's all I
Friday.
can say.
Yeah. Anyways,
Bing,
good
bang,
morning.
boom.
Cheryl is joining us.
Who's joining
Another
us?
Cheryl Dawn H.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cheryl.
So yay,
Great to
good
see
morning. Yeah, Paula. Where's Paula? Is she on here? No,
I don't know.
She's coming. I'm sure she's coming.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Good morning, everybody, regardless.
Regardless.
Yeah.
Okay, so who are we? What the heck are we doing here?
Why are we wearing these wild
we learn to
glasses?
use the F word, and today it's fabulous, fantastic, fun, Freaky Friday, whatever you want to
Flying
call
cards.
it. But our favorite F word
Oh.
is Feng Shui.
I don't know if you saw the
we
card
are
fly.
Anita with Cheryl.
Did you see
And
the card
we
fly?
are Feng Shui, you know, with Anita and Cheryl. And
Did you see the card fly out of my hand?
I saw the card flying out of it.
Well, the card that flew out of my hand while you were talking about F's was the number 5.
Yeah.
Talk about an F.
Yeah.
And it's flowers. Also an F.
There you go. And yeah, good morning, Danielle. Danielle, nice to have you join us. And yeah, and so what we do is we never know what the heck we're going to talk about. And we use the Personal Paradise card deck by our teacher, mentor, friend, Terah Kathryn Collins. And the cards fly out of the deck, and then we start talking about stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
Cheryl says last week her angel number was 444.
Oh, nice.
That's amazing. You know, that is that's ascended master energy. It's yeah, it's 444 is pretty cool. Good morning, Charlene. Nice to have you join us. Woo. Okay, well, cheers. Hopefully you got something good in your coffee cup this morning.
I got some coffee in my coffee cup.
And if you don't, then put something in it. And away we go. Cheers. Yeah. Look at that. See, we have matching mugs. Cheers. You know, some people have matching clothes, whatever. We have matching mugs. Okay.
Anyway, so the second card that flew out is the number 2 card, art. Yeah. So we have art with flowers.
Art, A-R-T, and flowers.
F-L-O-W-E-R-S.
Yay.
2 and 5. So we got the spiritual number 7 today.
7 today, yeah. Okay, well, let's talk about flowers and Feng Shui. So in Feng Shui, you know, we talk about in some of our workshops and classes, we talk about what's called chi enhancers. Now, chi is our life force energy, right? And so when we say chi enhancers, so what enhances your life force energy? What makes you feel good? I feel good, you know, what that kind of energy. And, you know, for me personally, well, flowers absolutely do. And if some of you, you know, maybe you're just tuning in with us for the first time or just new to us, I actually have a background in floriculture. I used to teach at Olds College. I taught at Hort Week. I had my own brick and mortar store for over 18 years. So I have, you know, I'm a trained in floristry. So flowers, I know a lot about flowers, and, you know, a little bit about a whole lot of other things. Anyway, so flowers, what was interesting all the years, right? And actually, you know what, my friend, she owns a flower shop. And for the last, I don't know how many years, I go and help her at her flower shop on Mother's Day, sometimes Christmas. And the other day she sent me a text, can you come and help me at Valentine's for, flowers? And so interesting, all of those years, that I've been involved in the flower industry, I can tell you that I wasn't selling flowers.
Mhm. What were you selling, Anita?
I was selling emotions, right? So every time somebody came into my store to buy a flower, a potted plant or something, it was to be able to convey an emotion to somebody that they loved, that they cared about, that they wanted to help celebrate, their birthday. Maybe it was for condolence, all of those things, but everything was tied to the energy of an emotion. So when we think about chi enhancers, life force energy enhancement, what can we do to elevate the emotion of love in our house? What can we do to elevate the emotion of gratitude, or just feeling blissful, right? And bring some flowers indoors. That picture behind you, Cheryl, I'm sure that everybody
asks about it.
They're always just drawn into it because it's bright, it's happy, it reminds you of a sunshiny day. So, think about what flowers mean to you, right? And then bring some of that energy into your home. And then, of course, that just goes right into the artwork, right? Yeah.
But I do want to talk a little bit about the flowers, because a lot of people will get a bouquet of flowers, for example, a dozen roses from a loved one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then they dry them.
Oh, that's a good one. Yes.
And they continue to hang on to them.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty soon the dust collects on them. They're kind of crispy because they've dried out.
Yes.
Is that still enhancing the chi?
Well, you know what? The jury is out on that, because some feng shui people would tell you dead flowers, bad feng shui, get them out of your house, right? As in the case of dried flowers. However, anything only has meaning, the meaning that you give it. And so it's not up to us to say dried flowers are bad feng shui. It's up to us to ask the question of, how does that make you feel? Tell me about those dried flowers hanging in the corner. And somebody might say, have this deep emotional sentiment attachment to them, and it could be very real and deep for them. So it's not up to us to tell them to throw them in the garbage. But then the other person might say, oh, those, yeah, my ex-boyfriend gave those to me, and I've been meaning to throw them out, but da, 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 da. Well, then that's a different conversation, right?
Exactly.
So it's again, how does it make you feel? And you know what, Cheryl, in the flower industry for 35 years, I'm going to say maybe it's 40 now. Gosh, I'm telling you how old I am. But some people will say, oh, I don't want, I don't like flowers. Because they die. I don't know how many times I heard that. Or people would say, I don't want any fresh flowers because it reminds me of when my parent died, or my grandma, or my something died, and the house was full and it was just too much, and you know, so I get all kinds of stories like that. But the thing about, so in those two instances, it was really interesting because, you know, people had that emotion attached to the experience of receiving the flowers. And, you know, so I would have to educate my customers and, you know, bring them in to say, you know what, Cheryl, you are just like a flower because you have your own beautiful fragrance. You might have soft petals and there may only be 3 of them, or you might have 30 petals in your beautiful blossom, and the color is so vibrant, and your little flower, you know, only lasts, it's only meant to be there for 3 to 5 days, right? Whereas another flower, it has totally different characteristics. But in that moment, what does it do for you? Does it bring you that vibrant color? Does it bring you that beautiful scent? You know, the soft texture? You know, there's just so many things that flowers can do. And then why the heck would our creator put them here?
Exactly.
Right? If they weren't for our enjoyment, if they weren't to help us, you know, elevate our life force energy. So yeah, if you've had a you know, a not so good experience around flowers, you know, let me help you through that, because I'll tell you what, they're a big part of, I mean, I have flowers blooming right now. I have Phalaenopsis orchids. I have some Cymbidium orchids blooming in my home right now. I have fresh flowers on my table. And
they just brighten up any room.
it just, you know what, and when other people come in, they go, wow, you know, your plants look so beautiful, or, you know, it just lifts you up.
And I think an important part in all of this, when it comes to fresh flowers or living plants, anything living, the chi enhances the space.
Yes.
When they're living and they're thriving. But when they're suffering, when they are on their last legs, when they've lost their petals, they can actually continue to help the energy by becoming compost. And the water isn't slimy and green. And so there's some care that needs to happen with them.
Yeah.
And really, a bouquet of flowers is art, in my opinion, because the flower themselves, right? The flowers themselves are a piece of art. They're from the creator. So, but I want to go back to the dried flowers and the emotions, and if they're a great emotion. But I also pointed out in that little statement I had said, covered in dust.
Yeah.
They're not lifting your chi up if they're covered in dust.
No.
So
but again,
if you've got live flowers, dried flowers, artificial flowers, whatever they're made of, when they're vibrant and healthy and clean and thriving, they enhance the chi.
Yeah.
I think is the bottom line. Well, I don't know if you want to add more to that.
I just want to say good morning, Sharon. Sharon's joining us as well this
good morning,
morning.
Sharon.
So yay, yeah. And Danielle has some questions, and you know what, I'll answer them after in the chat, Danielle. So yeah, great.
Is it relating to flowers? Because we can certainly talk about it.
Oh, well, she just wants to know if we have some classes coming up, and we'll get to that at the end. And
okay, cool.
And yeah, and then, you know, of course, we're talking about the flowers. Anyways, yeah.
Okay, flowers. So let's continue with art then. Art on its own goes back to exactly what Anita was talking about. Art's a chi enhancer. It's not just a space filler. Just because you have a nail there doesn't mean you have to hang a piece of art.
But most people do when they move into a new, you know, a new home. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm just going to hang it there.
I'll hang it right there because there's already a nail. might not be where you want it. It may not be the right height for you. And you may not like the piece of art.
Mhm.
Again, Anita, what she said, and I'm going to repeat it because anything only has meaning, the meaning that you give it. And
Mhm.
everything that you surround yourself with is supporting your chi and enhancing it, or it's not.
Right.
Something to think about. I love these pictures.
Yeah.
I know
and
the art behind Anita. She
Mhm.
loves it.
Yeah. Well, and because the art behind me was infused with the energy, it's a custom piece. There is no other art. Well, there's kind of
There's
another
one.
art like it, but it's not exactly the same. But it was created by a friend of mine who is an artist, and yeah, this is like a one of a kind custom hand painted piece. And so yeah, it's infused with more energy than just a painting on the wall, because it was somebody personal that I dearly love and respect and care for that painted it. So that
So
even
just
enhances the chi even more. Right?
exactly all that energy around it. So just take a boot, like close your eyes for a second and look up from the camera or look up from the computer screen. What's in your vision?
Mhm.
Is that item enhancing your chi or not?
Mhm.
I'm just curious. And that's the whole point behind surrounding ourselves with possessions. That
Well, and when we go back to artwork too, we were talking in our 21, was it our 21 day decluttering challenge the other night about enhancing those utilitarian rooms in the home, right?
exactly.
With some, and I know you've done it in your
Mhm.
laundry room, enhancing some of those spaces with some vibrancy, some color, something that, again, lifts your energy, lifts your life force energy. And when also we're using artwork to do that, of course, the images are very important, and the symbolism, it has to have that deep meaning for you. But you also want to be cognizant and aware of at what height you hang your pictures. Okay. So again, in Feng Shui, we kind of have this invisible energetic line that we use as a gauge when we're helping clients in their home. And it is an area that separates the heavens, from the earth. Okay, because our autonomic nervous system automatically responds to the energy of feeling grounded, feeling comfortable and safe in our environment. And so when we hang pictures, so that you have to do this, so you're walking down the stairs and there's a picture up there, guess what's going to happen? The person's going to trip and or fall because their attention is heading up there, right? And I know you had a great story, Cheryl, about hanging a mirror, you and your husband, but that, it's the same thing for pictures. You have to take into account how,
everyone in the house.
Yeah. So, I mean, you could share that with us. And I mean, really, it could be the same with pictures.
Absolutely. So I had a realization when I was studying Feng Shui with Anita, that when I decorated the house, because Rod doesn't care about decorating the house, go ahead and do it. Basically, I hung everything for me, for the center of my vision. And I'm 5'2", and Rod's over 6 feet. So there's a little height variance there.
Yeah.
And it turned out that every mirror that I had hung in the house had his head cut off. And lo and behold, in conversation, that's how he felt. Cut off. Conversations cut off. Input cut off. Yeah. So of course that changed that night.
Yeah.
I love awareness.
it was anchoring, you're right, it was reaffirming
Mhm.
and anchoring that energy in your home. But also, sometimes artwork comes in frames that have glass on them.
Yes.
And so the glass then acts as a reflection, and really the same thing could happen where someone could catch the glimpse of themselves in that reflection of the glass, even though there might be a beautiful floral picture
Mhm.
or mountain scenery or something behind it. But again, are they being able to, is it at this view, right? So yeah, hanging your artwork. Yeah, don't do it way up there and don't do it way down there. Try to keep it like, so Cheryl, 5'2", her husband 6 feet. So, keep it so that both people can enjoy and see the artwork that is placed around the home. Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm just going to grab the double digitology book, but you can start talking about the number 7.
Oh, yes. So number 7, this is really cool that, 7 is the spiritual number, right? It really is our connection to spirit. And what the heck? Because we do so many things every week. I mean, I think some days I live on Zoom. I think it was our Power of 8 group that we do. And the number 7 came up as a connection of energy that came across from shoulder to shoulder. Yep. And then went down across the heart chakra down here. And I thought that was so, so cool, right? So somebody had the vision
That would
of
have
the
been
number 7. So it was like literally joining the energy and then coming down across your heart chakra. So yeah, that was very, very cool. And what does digitology say about the number 7?
So our friends Marilyn and Joy have the double digitology book. You can get that on Amazon or on their website. The number 7, the single digit. The 7 is somewhat unstable, like a 4, because Adironda always talks about the shape of the number, and that's what I find so intriguing in these.
Yeah.
It has a weak foundation, yet it is also top heavy. It is a bit asymmetrical with the lack of a foundation and searching for new energies. The 7 represents a powerful cycle of time that is coming to or leaving perfection, depending upon what is happening in one's life. The 7 is for those that are on a spiritual or inspirational path. It connects the ascended masters to beings of the earth. It is about transcending information and radiating it beyond where the information is housed physically or emotionally. The 7 is capable of overcoming obstacles. Yes, dear ones, all obstacles. The 7 is about being in the head, intuition, inner wisdom, analyzing, spirituality and practicality, enlightenment, and paying attention to your foundation. And a whole lot more.
And a whole lot more. I love that. Love that. Thank you, Marilyn and Joy, for writing the double digitology book, because we do. We love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know what, we're almost at the top of the hour again, and I just want to say and answer Danielle here live that yes, we have some courses coming up. Yes. And we're just going to let you in on a little secret because you joined us over here live this morning. Did I freeze?
No, you're fine.
Okay. It looked like I froze there for a while.
Well, at least you froze.
Yeah. Okay, so a little secret. Tuesday is February 1st, the start of the Chinese New Year.
Luna.
The Yang Water Tiger. And we decided, okay, just give me a moment. I'm just going to let them in on the little secret, just so they know.
Yeah.
Let's see. So there's a cool tradition that they do in the Asian culture, and I like it because it's fun. Okay.
Yes.
So
and Cheryl, we like fun.
Cheryl and I like it because it's fun. So it is on Chinese New Year. What they do is they give,
Can't see it.
can't see it?
There we go. Now
Can
you
you
can
see
see
it?
it.
Yeah, okay. So they give these little red envelopes. And so we are going to give you all a red envelope on Tuesday. And we're going to explain what it is and what's in it. And so, yeah, and it has to do with some of the classes that we have coming up, Danielle.
Yeah.
So
And we're going
on
to do that
Tuesday.
live on Tuesday at what time?
Yeah. And we'll tell you all about the red envelope. We might even share some insight about the new year. And again, you know, doesn't it feel more like the new year right now?
Mhm.
Like I'm feeling more, you know, I'm feeling like really
Fresh.
optimistic and fresh and clear. And I'm
Yeah.
really, you know, looking forward to the year ahead compared to, you know, a month ago when we had our, or, you know,
Calendar.
other new year.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I really feel the energy of the lunar new year.
A little bit different.
That's me. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. What time are we doing this Facebook Live on Tuesday, Anita?
Did we? I don't know. I'll have to look at my calendar.
At about 9:10. So shortly after 9. We'll
Okay, there you go. Yes, because I
on Facebook Live.
I didn't bring my phone
It's
with
all
my
good.
calendar.
I had you. I had you.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, so yay, thanks for joining us. And
Flowers to celebrate the new year.
yeah, use the F word, treat yourself, buy yourself some Happy New Year flowers, you know, even if it's one something, right? Yeah.
Single stem.
Something that lifts your cheek.
Exactly.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks for
Okay.
joining us. Bye.
Peace out.